the question really you've asked me is it possible? And that needs an answer. Not just, well, I think it does,
Yeah.
because I don't believe in personal opinion. I
Okay.
think in this sort of work, we have to work from facts and from research that exists. And there is research that exists, lots of it. So if I go back to Susan Simpson, for example, Susan Simpson is currently writing an article. It isn't published yet. It's for the Journal of Australian Rural Medicine. I might not have that quite straight. And in it, she's been doing a meta-analysis of the research around on the online relationship. And to be clear about this, when she did her research, and of course, you do your research before you write, so probably whatever she wrote then is now out of date in terms of the numbers, but there was just under 10,000 articles available online, just on the online relationship for her to
10,000?
research.
My goodness.
Yeah, 9,000 something and something something.
Yeah.
Then she boiled it down, because some of them were meta-analysis of some others, and some of them were just they weren't robust enough. But she came down to a smallish core of 20 or 30 really solid pieces of research, and these weren't just from one country or another. And one of the key questions in it was, about the online relationship, and the very loud answer coming back was how effective and positive the online relationship was.
Right, okay. So that had been seen in this research over and over again, that clients had really benefited from that experience?
Absolutely. And I think that's really very, very important. She found some other interesting things as well. One of the key things they found in Adelaide was that actually it was the therapists who were more negative than the clients.
Interesting. Yes, interesting. Yeah.
And of course, I sometimes think that in the UK, working online is a luxury. But we forget that you can trot down the road and see somebody if you can. But in Australia, where trotting up to see the psychologist is probably 2 or 3 day journey.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
We're talking about very different sort of circumstances. And that the feedback is that despite all the technological glitches, poor links, that client feedback in an array of services, whether it's with the older person or children, in psychiatric services, so a sort of quite wide variety, has been extremely positive. But that one of the dominant themes was that it was the clinicians that were reluctant for it to work, and almost at times, I won't say sabotage it, because that would be wrong, but were very keen to go back to face if they could, as if online was second best.
Yeah. And it's really interesting you're saying that was the feeling of the clinician.
Yes.
Not the client.
No. And the research was pretty comprehensive, whether you went for little groups or whichever. It was that the feedback from the clients in the Adelaide conference was that the experience for the client was extremely positive. You've got to remember, they're not going to be getting much else because of where they are in Australia.
Of course,
but, people were being helped, and that's the bottom line.